For 25 years, Triple K International has shaped the sound of Bouyon, creating a movement that transcends generations. But beyond their music, what is their legacy? How have they influenced the next wave of artists? And what does the future hold for the band and for Bouyon itself? In this final episode, we reflect on TK's impact and hear directly from the members what's next. Behind the music, the members of Triple K have lives, passions, and interests that fuel their creativity. Music is just one part of who they are, but what do they enjoy beyond the stage?
I was a car enthusiast. I had one of the sexiest cars in Dominica. Them car fellas gonna get vexed, but the truth is in the pudding. My Subaru Impreza was a gunmetallic grey with green neon rim. Fellas were afraid to put them kind of colors there. And that car was sexy. I was a car enthusiast for a while, and I went into the bike, and I also had the sexiest bike. Color changing, neon green rims, orange at the back. Come on, man. I've always had that. It's like whenever I go into something, I have to, I like to stand out. I like to stand out. Not saying, it's not a boaster, not a vary. I will, when you go in something, you have to look different. I don't want to be just the other guy that there. You have to stand out. And it have to be me, it have to script. Yeah, that is good melting. Real passion other than music, TV. Boy, I love TV. God have mercy on myself. I love TV. Listen, I think that is the mechanism I just use to disconnect from all the shit that is happening in the world. It's TV, and the TV I'm talking about is not watching news. I'm not watching American news, I'm not watching nobody news. TV, movies, and that is where I just get most of my inspirations for my music. I like TV. I can get up in the morning, brush my teeth, eat my breakfast, my boxers alone on me, and sit down in my chair and watch movies the whole day. Once I have nothing else to do. And that will not trouble me, and it will not trouble my wife, because lights on, sun being picked up, is being taken care of. Everything is okay.
Recently I've picked up a lot of farming, going out in my garden, planting, watching my plants grow, taking care of them. It has given me a sense of peace, and also it has influenced my creativity, because while there, because I'm so much at peace, I'm able to express myself more as an artist, so get inspiration to write songs, etc., etc. And also I do a little nature photography, so I might take a few pictures and go over it a few weeks, a few months later. So that has helped a lot in my creativity, giving me that space, that peace to create.
I actually own a print shop, so I do signage and so on, printing of sheets, apparels and memorabilia. So actually the music actually boosting my avenue for printing too, because I get to meet a lot of new customers through music.
I love doing planting. I actually learned to do some construction work on my own during COVID. I love animals. Most importantly, I love spending time with my kids. Like, you know, I don't know, maybe you always see me posting my last son, 6 years old in. Whenever I'm not working with Triple K, I always love my son to be around me, because I want him to grow up in a good society around me. To check what I'm saying, and I always want to be there for them and do what I have to do. That's my most important thing. Personally, I see nothing out there in that world that I could possibly want than to just ask the good Lord. Every day I keep getting up and praying and asking Him to make sure that I see my children grow and be able to take care of themselves before I go.
Yeah, well, football for one. Manchester United for life. Yeah, football, watching a little cricket, enjoying a little chill time with partners, but family too is most important. So sometimes I might just disappear and go to the hills in Loda and chill with my wife and family up there. All this together has a certain influence, because in conversations, you tend to understand people, you tend to hear what's happening, you tend to know what's happening on the ground. While listening to a lot of news as well, I pay close attention to politics. So I think that's another hobby of mine. Although a lot of people say I should be a politician, I don't know about that. Politics are part of a hobby of mine as well because I pay close attention to what's happening around me daily and locally and internationally. So I think that that's one of the feel that I get to fuse into music and you know, bring it out musically in the musical language.
I used to play cricket for Dominica. I was in the national team. I went through the different stages of under 13, under 15, under 17, under 19. And that's when I left to, you know, I kind of left it alone to focus on music. But outside of that, all I know myself doing is just music, just music.
I would say my hobbies are looking at a lot of music videos, especially live shows and so on, which I gain the knowledge of, instrumentation, everything. Reading, sometimes just chilling, just listening to nothing, silence, sometimes the best thing, just to give the ear and the mind a break.
While their individual interests shape them as people, their collective journey has built something even greater, the legacy of TK International. With 25 years behind them, the question remains, where does Triple K go from here? How does a band that has redefined Bouyon music continue to innovate and stay ahead of the curve?
Well, I look forward to the band probably one day winning the Grammy. I know it's an area that we've spoken about, but after putting in so many years in that music industry, even when there was a time when the music industry was so empty, Triple K was the only band playing Bouyon. And to see now there's a reinsurgence, we have so many young people, young groups coming in. I think a Grammy just would be just the ice cream, the cherry on top of the ice cream.
For the next 10 years, I think I have 10 years remaining. I'm 49 now, I'll be 50 next year, hopefully, God's willing. I have a lot of things to talk for Triple K, and I just wanted to keep doing it until I can articulate it. Sometimes maybe till my fans, when my fans tell me to expire, I'll expire. I like Cristiano Ronaldo in Bouyon music.
Becoming global superstars, you know. And I don't mean to toot my own horn. Of late, anywhere TK or Triple K pass through, any airport, it's automatic that people see you and say, oh, Triple K, oh, Benji. Surprisingly, I was coming off a subway in New York, Geoffrey and myself, and a guy passing by, hey, Benji, what's up? And I watch him, we sent him from Dominica. Yeah, surprisingly, there's a guy from Vinci. I stopped him, asking him, I was like, came from St. Vincent, and he just checked the vibe, he enjoyed Dominica music, Triple K and so on. I was like, wow. So I believe we on the trajectory of becoming global superstars for Bouyon music.
Well, my aspirations really is for us to continue to grow, and to really solidify ourselves as the biggest band, the biggest Bouyon entity in the world. We are on track to achieve that, and we just want to continue the journey to ensure that it has become a dream and a reality. And of course, for us not to have to work so hard. Understanding that, you know, when we get a call for a gig, we can actually put up our foot and say, yeah, that gig can sustain us for however long and stuff like that, you know, that kind of thing. So we have a long ways to go, but we're on the right path, and one of our slogans is the journey continues, and we have the mentality that there is really no end in sight. You will see Triple K on stage giving you that same energy, that same kind of vibes, even way beyond the 40s and the 50s, possibly even the 60s. You know, so that is really what we're aiming to do. As long as we have the love and support of our fans, it is really limitless for us.
Billboard 100 chart toppers to solidify the genre as a serious genre internationally. To do that, you have to be able to reach those levels. Undoubtedly, we had very good success with
whistle that has really opened a lot of doors for us. A lot of eyes have been looking at us and so on, and we're just hoping to build from that momentum to be able to raise the awareness of the band on that international level. I want to know when, Triple K is all said and done, or probably when we ourselves as the members retire, I guess, in the grave, that we have left a legacy and we have left a mark internationally, knowing that the brand is recognizable anywhere, and knowing that the genre itself is also recognizable anywhere, internationally.
Stay together. Just stay together.
There's a lot that the band can do. There's a lot that the band can achieve. And as I always say, there is a big force, there is a big negative force against Triple K. And that is one of the things, whenever the band has to make a move, that is one of the very first things the band have to always kick out the way before it can always accomplish something. I remember Triple K giving a lot of scholarships before. That's one of the things that I wish that the band could bring back.
The aspiration I have for the band in the coming years is, we've done so many big festivals over the Caribbean. I want to see us on something big, like in the States, man. Like some big event in the States, playing on the Times Square or something like that. Some big event. I saw Marshall Montana just did Tiny Desk, and that's an event I've been watching from ever since they started. I watched Bouyon on it, I've watched so many other artists, and when I saw Marshall on it yesterday, I was like, oh my God, maybe my team coming soon, So they're getting into the Caribbean. Marshall is the ambassador for the Caribbean, no doubt,
As Triple K looks to the future, they also recognize their place in the history of Bouyon music. But where is the genre itself heading? Bouyon music has come a long way from the streets of Dominica to an international sound. But where is it headed next? What does the future hold for the genre that Triple K helped elevate?
I think over the years that has to be the biggest challenge for the band. The biggest challenge meaning Triple K has a generation of fans that grew up with them. So let's say our core fans are in their mid-40s right now. That's the era they grew up with. But if you look at our crowd, you'll see teenagers. So our biggest challenge, and many groups don't have that challenge, they would have their fan base and generally grow old with them. But we have a very different dynamic where we have those people who grew up with us, plus those in between, and we still have the teenagers that are coming up. And that's a big challenge for us. And so far we've navigated it well. I think one of the things that we try to do is to release music for every generation, every sector. But as you said, the industry is changing rapidly, and it is a challenge, but it's something that we have been up to, and we've been doing it well so far.
Well, all the changes that happen in Bouyon right now basically actually was there already, Everything we've seen that happening now, we get a lot of people that just actually like they just born today, but all these things has been happening a long time. A long time. You see all them nice singing, sweet thing that going on there. All that was there, I was doing that already.
Well, we continue to be relevant and fresh, again, simply because we keep being true to ourselves. Bouyon is a very dynamic genre, and you will always find elements that you would want to incorporate. Take, for example, years ago, the Bouyon was dominated with conch shell. A Bouyon beat, and you would guarantee to hear some element of conch shell or brass or accordion in it. But here it is, Triple K, evolved, and you will hear all beats now have some sort of whistle, so to speak, So, we experiment a lot with tones, and we experiment a lot with the beats and thing, and we have a very talented bunch of guys in terms of music. So that bodes well for us too, because those guys are really music oriented, and they can play almost any genre of music. So with that as an advantage to us, we sort of tend to use those elements in the music and fuse it with any other, trendy styles and beats. And that is the thing we do very well. So being fresh and current wouldn't be a problem for Triple K at all.
You know, Carnival come from time you hear something, I would be quickly to probably remove my phone, record it. It could be Juve morning, Monday or Tuesday. And then when we're having our post-mortem, then we play the different recordings.
Stay relevant and press the rapid changing industry is listen to our fans, listen to what they have to say, and then take initiatives and work accordingly to try and keep the peace in there.
We just have to keep our ears to the ground. It is a messed up thing, keeping relevant, but you still have to keep some of your roots. When relevancy gone out the door, like what you have nothing. You're always going to have a style that will always identify you, because you can only, I can only play like me. I never copy anybody else. I have never copied anybody in anything I do. We wouldn't just release a song, like if we're doing an album of 10 songs, all 10 songs will be Triple K alone. We'll call her Guadaji, we'll call her Nice, a Asa Bantana, because if you really watch from Jamaica, and I ask anybody who's the most trending artist right now, they'll say Skeng, they will say, them fellas there. Because Movado come out of jail now, Movado. Not Movado, Vibes Cartel. But Still Paul still traveling, Morgan Heritage still traveling. So these people still traveling. So yeah, those other guys can be trending and the name is their own that can be popping the most, and they're traveling doing my thing. If every other weekend I outside of Dominica, I think I'm doing okay. Because it's been 25 years. Of course you'll feel like I want to hear a little thing new, different sometimes. So I wouldn't Triple K, I don't want to hear this time and that's fine. That's fine. But it does sweep me under the rug like I do mean nothing. I created what that they know.
Triple K remains current by doing what Triple K does. Everyone has their style and so on. Someone may come out with a new style, but that's their style. And Triple K has its own TK International style. And that's what pulls the crowd towards us.
Every artist has that one collaboration they've always dreamed of, whether it's a legend from the past or a modern-day icon. If Triple K could perform with anyone,
this may sound strange,
who would
but
it be?
If I was given the opportunity to perform with any group right now, it would be the Dave Matthews Band. Why? Because they were my inspiration for years, and especially the drummer. He was the one who influenced me, like with his style.
Once upon a time I was asked that question, I say Cornell Phillip, and I scratched it off the list because I did it already. I played on the same stage with him, so we played together. They had a Bouyon All-Stars a year, and the two of us played keyboard, so that was nice. I was technically watching him on the other side and trying to outplay him, but what we were playing, it couldn't be out. We were playing two different things. It's not like outplaying, because in all respect, Cornell is one of the best keyboardists or musicians Dominica has ever seen. He is extremely good, extremely good. He's just not, the boastful type and posting, because like I was saying earlier, we're not in the era of that. He wasn't born in that, so to post every time he do something fancy, you wouldn't see it. It's a young generation now, you see that really doing it. So I'll always give him his credit for that. We just butted a lot. He's a fella, he does speak his mind and I just speak my mind. So two people that does always speak their mind. Problems. But yeah, I wanted to back up Michael Jackson once, but it's not there. And when I watch them last videos, This Is It, I always watch his last show. This Is It. It's not his last show, his last rehearsal for his This Is It tour. When I watch the musicians, I check it, boy, I could do that job, boy. Damn, I could do that. And Marshall Montano at one point. But it's been a while since I haven't had a list of saying who I want to play with, because the Bouyon music gets so popular now. It's I check it Zuida is this shit now. Zuida is this shit. You should want to play with me. And see that now. The amount of artists we have that does be calling us right now to do a collab or to do a show together. Hey, only on that show too, I want you to back me up too. And sometimes we just have to turn them down because we know what they're getting at. Yeah, it'll be good, they're going to pay me to back you up, but at the same time, it's the energy, we're going to come with that. You're going to want to take, no. Do your show like you're not doing your show. We come and do our thing.
I would have loved to have shared the stage with somebody like Patrick Saint-Éloi, who was growing up one of my inspirations. I actually loved his music growing up. Unfortunately, he has gone to the great beyond, so that's an opportunity that has gone. But I would have loved to share the stage with him.
Well, if I could perform with any artist, dead or alive, the first artist I would perform with is Derek Peters, like I always say. Derek Peters, dead, MJ, Michael Jackson.
As Triple K looks to the future, they also recognize their place in the history of Bouyon music. But where is the genre itself heading? Bouyon music has come a long way, from the streets of Dominica to an international sound. But where is it headed next? What does the future hold for the genre that Triple K helped to elevate?
I'm just hoping that it will propel further than it actually is right now. I can see it going far, but I'm just hoping that the new players in it have the business mindset as well to go further, because music not an easy thing. It is very tiring. A lot of people see us travel and they say, oh, look how you there this weekend and all you there this weekend. Yeah, I on a plane. Sometimes I don't get to sleep and I go and run on a stage and I have to put on a smile and the energy. You see me go to, Triple K have traveled for 4 islands to do 4 shows in 4 days, all right? And at every show, perform 100% to the best of our ability and come down Dominica and do one last show, and do the last show in Dominica. Fellas' voice cracking on them, Fellas have to realize that the artists and them have to take that thing serious. You give a man your word, you'll be there, show up. You check, because it's not easy. When you see a promoter pay for you to leave your country, to come in his country and perform. From the time we leave our house, from the time I leave my house, every single thing till I come back at my home, the promoter has to pay for that, Every single thing. My transportation, my food, my accommodation, paying me to play. It is a big expense. So you have to show up. If a promoter asks you to come, you have to show up. And a lot of young artists now, I think a lot of them thinking that is I pop in now. That all right, I don't get that jam, I'll get another one. But promoters have network, just like bands have network. And a promoter can influence another promoter. You're not a good person to work with, and it could trickle down. And when you do check it, yeah, you have the hottest songs, but nobody will check it to go nowhere, and you'll wonder why. Because your attitude stinks, you have poor management, and even when you come and sing your hit songs for me, you can't even perform it like how it is. So I think a lot of our artists right now need to get some good management, some good guidance, get some people to help you to not to play with your craft. You as an artist, you do what you're accustomed to doing to let people think you. But the back line of it, your appearance, when you come in the area, how you carry yourself. If we watch Triple K right now, most of the places, like 75% of the places that we perform every year are places we keep going back. And it's not that it don't have other bands and artists in Dominica. It have plenty. But why do you think we keep going back? And it's not for $2 we're going. So it's not a money issue, but the respect. They see how we carry ourselves. They see how we can add value to their show. So that is all I'm hoping for, that the Bouyon get it, the players in it, get to that level where they can have respect and rub shoulders with some of the bigger artists and them out there. Not for them to just watch us like, that thing is just a little thing for a while. Because a lot of them, under the slips, watching and thinking of it like that. I've heard some things some outside of Dominica big artists say, and basically what they're just really saying, they're just riding the wave because that they know. So in their mind, they don't want it to stay. None of the other islands like that Bouyon music is the forefront now. They don't. They can say what they want. They don't. Because that is a music they used to cry down for a long time now, So the artists and them just have to know that, hey, yes, they're laughing with me now, but it's not a laugh of I love you, it's a laugh of I just want your hype now. Check, so I'm not gonna give you all the hype and stay and sit down by you for you to take all my techniques and my thing. No! So we just have to be mindful of that.
Because of the platforms that are available to Bouyon music right now, I see Bouyon as being one of the premier genres internationally. The reason I'm saying that is because there's a huge market in Africa that can more readily accept that style of music. The patterns, as we said, was offspring from Africa. So the African continent will understand Bouyon quickly. If we market it, package it properly, and present it fully to Africa, that's millions of people we have as a market right there. The French have already accepted it. The Caribbean has accepted it big time. So we have all of these areas is to penetrate through Europe and then to penetrate the US market and the Latin American market, which I think we are doing bit by bit. But again, I guess is just for us to be able to package it and push it forward, because I don't think that Bouyon is a sub-genre to any other genre. I think Bouyon is a standalone genre that can run the world how it is. So I see greatness for Bouyon. I see Bouyon. I see Dominica's economy being sustained by Bouyon music. That's how I see it right now. In the next 10 years, I see people coming to Dominica only for Bouyon music. We have our nice, and so the other attractions that we have will be the fringe events of the Bouyon. That's how I see it. That's how much confidence and trust I have in the ability of Bouyon to take Dominica to that next level, because I see it being the greatest thing ever. The greatest thing ever.
Once Triple K alive, Bouyon will still keep on flying.
The future of Bouyon is heading in a perfect and right direction. I feel because right now we're on the world stage and we have the world listening to us. In every nook and cranny, people are jamming to Bouyon music. You know, something that would have never happened in a million years in Trinidad, where an outside genre would take over, basically, is happening. So I believe Bouyon is on the right path and it's doing what it have to do, and it will continue to grow.
Just saying, if you right now is the time to capitalize on it, Bouyon. So I think we should take the initiative to just be a little more serious in terms of that avenue, because it's actually the most talked about genre right now in the Western Hemisphere.
Well, maybe if you had asked me that a few years ago, I would probably keep it local, quote unquote, meaning regional. But the way that Bouyon music has gotten that kind of coverage, for example, October was Miami's Carnival, and someone else was the dominant track. Every single band crossing the stage in Miami played that song. So Bouyon, I mean, the sky's the limit for Bouyon. I think for years it has been marginalized and people are pressing down other countries in the Caribbean who have their own music industries to protect will kind of hesitant to allow Bouyon to enter into their markets. Talking about the TNTs of the South and some of the bigger markets. But because of social media and the influence of social media now, those barriers are slowly breaking down. So the sky's the limit for Bouyon. I see Bouyon going international with more and more people relating to the genre, more and more people listening to it, asking about it. Also, interestingly, most people don't think about that, but the amount of young people using their computers at home to produce beats, to make loops, and you find teenagers, even children about 11, 12, making rhythms now for Bouyon bands. So I think Bouyon is in good hands. I think the genre will continue to grow and will be international soon. We just have to put the necessary things in place, the right copyrights, the right advice to producers, the right advice to new artists, how to produce your music, and getting the right backing.
Well, the Bouyon music take over already, you know. It's just a matter of managing it properly, you know, and doing what it have to do. But every single Caribbean place want to play Bouyon right now. The amount of man that's called Kendall, the amount of foreign people that calling Kendall music. And a couple of years back, we was the one calling and they was never answering, you know. You see me as a fellow now, I just shoot straight. I doesn't beat around the bush. Some people may hide. If you ask people question, they hide, but I doesn't hide nothing. I just give to you just like that. That's why I will tell you again, Derek Rapiters is my mentor. That's why it is.
Triple K's influence on Bouyon is undeniable. But beyond just the future of the genre, what will their personal legacy be? A legacy is built over time, not just through music, but through impact, influence, and the people you inspire along the way. As Triple K reflects on their journey, what do they hope their legacy will be?
The musical entity that carried our second genre of music for the longest, that is what I want to be remembered for. Because it's been, so we had Kadas Lipso, and we have Bouyon music. And what people know of Triple K is from 25 years, but we started before. I started playing music before 25 years, but we started counting from 2000 is because 1999 to 2000 is when we had our first so-called album, you know, when we had the Big Thing album. So that is what we start checking. So, but if I really have to check it, I music for about 30 years.
The legacy of Triple K is going to live on, just like every other thing. You're not going to have a conversation when it comes to music in the years when Triple K depart, and the rest of the guys, all of us depart and leave this world there. You know, people is going to be talking about Triple K.
I believe our legacy would be just making people enjoy themselves. Just be free.
I hope the legacy of Triple K would be that group of guys who carried the industry at its most difficult time. Reason I say that, a lot of people don't mention it, but there was a time when WCK had just broken up. Serenade was in its decline, and the Bouyon market, the Bouyon industry was almost dead. And we were the sole carriers of that flag. The Asa Bantams were not there yet. We're talking about 2007, 8, 9, 10. There was also a ban on Bouyon music. Most people don't talk about it. I mention it all the time because I don't want people to forget about it. Bouyon music was banned from the radio in Guadeloupe for years. Imagine banning a genre, irrespective of the lyrics, banning a genre of music, and how difficult it is for a group like us to perform in one of our biggest markets or to go over and produce music. So it was difficult. So I want our legacy to be the group that actually carried the industry on its back for many years and allowed that new industry that we see now with new artists coming up and new bands coming up, the ones who carried it for so many years, even when it was in its demise.
Our legacy is that, well, I would hope that people remember us for our contribution to society, our philanthropic things that we have done, and also the manner in which that we have cultured society. People will look at Triple K as just a bacchanal band, but I think we have been able to influence a certain sort of euphoria among people to get people to understand what having fun and good clean fun is about. And I'm hoping that people will always remember that element of Triple K, the happy times, the good times, the fun times of life. That, you know, I mean, some people have already told us that Triple K is the cause of a generation of children, because a lot of Triple K events cause children to be born, you know. Triple K, some people have actually confessed to us that Triple K caused them not to commit suicide, caused them not to feel depressed, though they were probably feeling down. But listening to our music, a lot of students overseas say that Triple K get them through their studies, you know, and stuff like that. So I think we would really want people to remember us for those happy times in life, that life has its ups and downs, but we can help them to go on the upside with the music that we do, with the way that we live our life, with the energy level that we have, you know, the excitement. Sometimes just our little social media postings would get people excited and just figure, yeah, you know. So I would hope that they remember us for that, you know, that in 25 years down the line, they can share with their children, you know, boy, Triple K, boy, yeah, you know. That's what I want. I want the memories to live on in people, that the people themselves, not necessarily just a plaque, because it would be nice here you have a street name, the Triple K Avenue or something like that. That would be lovely. But I don't want people to just have that as that. And then 3 generations down the line, people asking, who is Triple K? No, I want the stories of the Triple K to continue, to perpetuate, so that people will know that when you think of Triple K, you think of happiness.
That we place Bouyon music on the world stage. We elevated the generations to come in the industry, and by even just Dominica, that they can look back and say that Triple K represented Dominica well, you know, in the arts and the culture and entertainment. Whenever you speak of Dominica, you speak of culture, you speak of entertainment, Triple K should be at the forefront of that.
Triple K will remain the number one party band. I mean, Carnival to me is Triple K.
I think Triple K will have a next generation, because right now the musicians have children. And the musicians have loved Triple K, as well as the now Bouyon that happened in. So I think Triple K will continue.
Wow, the legacy of Triple K International, because for many years you hear people say, boy, if you learn Triple K wrong, boy, Carnival dead. I really don't want it to be that. I don't do song by your side, but a ring to it really rings and songs good. That no TK, no Carnival. And I believe without TK I think it will be a sad day for Dominica. Yeah, so I think that is a legacy that will live on in the minds of people that knowing that these guys, when they touch stage or when they touch road or when they release a song, it was pure mass and bacchanal, that them guys were really Dominican superstars.
Beyond the legacy of the band, each member also carries their own personal dreams and ambitions for the future. As artists, as individuals, and as people, each member of Triple K has personal goals and aspirations, from music to life beyond the stage. What's next for them?
Within Triple K, I wanna produce more, and the people who like my music will see a bit more from me this year because I have quite a few songs to release this year. For Triple K, I think just continue to grow because we've seen constant growth, constant improvement over the past 25 years. And as I said earlier, the band still haven't reached its peak yet. I think we still have much more in the tank, so let's wait and see.
Personal goals. Well, thank God I'm actually building right now, so thank God is only because I'm in music that I'm not saying if I wasn't doing another job, but you know, it has given me the confidence to know you should time your own house. So I'm started a little business here and there. So I'm in the process of building my own home, so that is what I'm looking forward to. Sometimes I feel like by tired, I don't have to go and play, but when I remember that I have the concrete putting down there, so you know you have to. So that's my personal goal right now. Goals within the band, I just want to see Triple K reach a stage that we don't have to play 3 nights a weekend. We can just do one event a weekend and we'll be set and we'll be good. You know, it is exciting to do all these events, but it takes a toll on your body after all because you're losing sleep. And the sleep you lose, you can't get it back. Even though you go and sleep in the day, it's not the same.
My goals for myself, I would say, is to see myself playing for one of the biggest bands in the world. I mean, Triple K is a very big band. Outside, like a big rock band or something. That was always my dream.
I think I look into get like $300,000 so I can put there for my kids and them to check before I go. Inside of Triple K, just go on, man. Just keep going on till we say we're done.
My goal right now at my stage in life is to retire and see my family well taken care of, and that I can go to the beach on a Tuesday morning at 9 a.m., drink coconut and eat a mango for my breakfast. That's my personal goal because I think we have a certain amount of time in our youth that we have to hustle and make the best of it. For now, I mean, the gray hair there, but I'm still young, so the hustle is still there, you know? You still have to push forward to achieve those goals. But I think ultimately in life, your life goal should really be to be able to enjoy life without having to think of too much of the hustle element of life. So for now, I'm not sleeping because we're in a season right now is, according to Kenny G, is go home, bathe, dress, and out again, you know what I mean? So we into that zone, and I'm very thankful to God for giving me the strength and the life and the health to be able to do it, because I have to go my 8 to 4 job and then do my 4 to 8 next morning job again. So it's a never-ending run. But ultimately, and I would love when I get to the retirement age, you know, and I put on the TV, I can see the Bouyon running through, and I can see Triple K maybe second generation running through, you know, and I can see all those things, and I can be content and happy that yes, the hustle that we had back then to build something. Because let me tell you, we get blows, but the blows would then be worth it for me at that point.
Outside of Triple K, I always wanted to be a pilot. Inside of Triple K, there's a lot of things that, you know, I mean, they will take time. Those things, like, they will take time.
Music is life. So I'm not gonna stop playing music. No matter if I hold and pray, I'm not gonna stop playing music. It's another idea.
Some of the goals that I have is, as you saw, I opened a new business called Sukasa, which is a bar. It's a little bar, but I look to bring it on a bigger scale, you know, grander. I think seeing my kids grow into the men and women that they have to be, not should be, but have to be in a proper manner, giving them the education that I I like to say I deprive myself from, but allow them to gain that education because I had the chance to go to Cuba and study, and I told my mother I wasn't going. I stayed and do music instead. My other goals for the band is, creating more hits, touring to countries that we have never envisaged or imagined going to. We're talking about Indonesia, Japan, China, even Russia, if we go tell Putin to stop the war. These sort of things, that's the type of goals that I look for in the future for the band. And if I may add one, the greatest goal that I think of on a day-to-day basis, and not just for me, not just for the band, but for the country and the whole Dominica, and its music, is that we will be named the Bouyon capital of the world. That everybody will flock here during carnival season and not go to any other country for carnival.
After years of experience, lessons learned, and memories made, what advice would they give to the next generation of musicians?
If you want to pursue a career in Bouyon, be prepared to face the harsh reality, because not every song you produce is going to be good. Not every song that you perceive going to be good will get the success that you want. Because commonly, it happens to every group, every musician. Sometimes you produce something in the studio and the song is perfect. You check it, yeah, that is the hit. And the one you spend less time on is the one that becomes the hit. So it just comes back to one premise: just keep on working, keep on producing. And as you said about advice to the younger artists coming up, it's not easy. You are now competing. No longer do you compete with a few songs or a few artists in your country. You're now competing with the world. So you have to produce at a level that will be able to compete. And also, you have to understand the industry. A lot of people don't understand the industry. They don't know about publishing rights, producer rights, and a lot more, copyright as one example. So, and I think that's an area where even our lawyers or people in the local legal fraternity can start educating young artists, because slowly this music is going to become mainstream. It's already becoming mainstream, and we have people who don't even know how that industry operates. So the advice to them: produce, but understand the industry.
My advice to anyone who wants to pursue a career in the music is to always follow your dream. You will be discouraged, but block all the discouragement and the negative talk. Always think on the positive. If that's what you want, go get it.
The first thing is that we need to remain humble. You need to put in the work, put in the extra hours. There are a lot of sleepless nights. If you plan on doing music alone in Dominica, it's tough. You need another job where then you get responsibilities as you get older, where you have to try and balance time. It's not an easy road. But most importantly, music, as I said earlier, if you're looking for fame in music, you will never make it. So you just have to keep humble. Do what you're doing. It's a talent, it's a calling. You just do what you have to, and everything falls in place.
Stay cool, stay humble. Just wait till it's coming for you.
I would tell them to do what I have not done. Well, I had not done, sorry. At the time when I started music, I believe the perfect way to go is to learn the music business. You can have a manager, yes. You can have a promoter, an agent, whichever. But along with them, learn the music business, because it's important. The world is ever so changing. It's always so evolving that within the next second something can change. Get registered, because being registered as an artist is important. You never know when you get that big break, that big hit. So you need to be registered with a copyright company, if it's SASM or Echo or any one of them. You get registered and cash in on your royalties, because that is very important. You should never stop working on your craft. Yeah, because music is not only on the weekend I jump on stage, perform, and then that's it. No, it's not. You always have to be thinking, you have to be in front of your mirror, practice moves, do what you have to do. Never be too shy or scared to attempt to do new things. And I believe, yeah, that's the greatest advice I think I can give to the artist. Respect yourself first, respect others if you want respect to be given back to you. You're not more than no one person. Everybody is equal in this business. Basically, if you disrespect people, people will disrespect you. Simple.
Don't give up. Don't give up at all. Don't give up, but also be genuine. Don't sit down there and say, Mr. singing that, so I go and sing that too because that's working for me. Sing something that's working for you. As I say, when you please yourself, you can sleep well in the night. Produce music that you feel comfortable with as an artist. Do it with your whole heart and soul. Don't do it for you to see how many likes you get on Facebook. Because at that point, you're still producing for somebody. Do it for you to, when you finish with the product, you sit back and you say, that one there touching me, and you let it go. Hopefully, you touch other people, but you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it genuinely for yourself as an expression of the talent that you have. If you're an artist or you're a true artist, that means you have been blessed with a talent for music that you can use now to spread love and to spread excitement and happiness and joy around the world. Invest in yourself. If you know that you want to be a singer, do a little voice training to make sure that you can hit your notes correctly, your breathing technique. If you know you want to be a producer, instrument player, get the classical training. Go and get, because the fundamentals of music that you will learn at that point there. Yes, you might be able to play the instrument, but learning the fundamentals of it will make you even a better, greater musician, you know? So
you need to remain humble. You need to be humble. Because that thing about you do something wrong or somebody that knows it better will tell you, and then you like to be, I know, it doesn't work. You need to accept what is wrong, work on it. I get backlash and critics a lot, like from playing. Some people tell me the way I dance on stage is inappropriate. I was like, yeah, but Dexter Daps is a much bigger artist. And look at his conduct, and many more, like many other artists. So it's just, if I was a different person, I could have said something, but I'll just say, well, that's your opinion, and move on, you know? So most of it is remaining, like, you need to remain humble.
Well, following my footsteps is not an easy one, because I'm a hard worker and I never give up. And that is the advice, never give up, because you will find challenges along the way. There will be obstacles, you don't give in. And something I've learned over the years, because before I was quick to answer people, but I think with growth, with maturity, you learn to understand that you should listen and understand certain perspective. Although what people say might be hurtful, but you have to listen, you have to understand, and have that cordial conversation. The main word for that, I believe, is just be humble if you want to follow in my footsteps, and then you'll see a lighted pathway for you.
Keep at it and stay true to what you believe in. If it's that you want to do, let people know it's that you want to do, because a lot of artists will start off one way, a couple years down the line they're doing something else in music, you know, but their style, whatever they do, keep changing so much. It's like, because people like when they know an artist for something. Most of the times they recognize you more than an artist that is always jumping in something because something popular. You're gonna be like, you're not going to have that respect. So I believe just stay true to thing, because if you had listened to a lot of people back then, our first a big person in the music industry called us Bush Boys once, you know, Bush Boys, and a load of people used to say is cockroach we call in, you know. So I mean, yeah, and we get them things already. Even in recent times, maybe about 5 years ago, a prominent businessman said, noise alone Triple K does make. His daughter is always in our event, though, listening to the noise, but hey, that's the man's opinion. So you just have to stay true. If you really want to be a musician, I'll tell all of them, it is not easy work. It actually have work behind it. It's a lot of behind the scenes work to make you just be on that stage and be something. And I mean, the artists right now have it easier in a sense that to get known, you have social media there. Before, we would have to have an agent, a publicist, and all these things are important now. But you see that tool we have there, that cell phone. I mean, you can reach China within seconds with your phone. So I mean, it's use the platform what you have to your advantage, and yeah, just keep doing it. Once you're true to it, just keep doing it. Don't stop.
Stay true to what you want to do. Don't try to be a follower. Always try to be a leader. In your early stages of wanting to be something, it always has something that you idol. It always has somebody that's the idol. You start doing it like that, and then after a certain time, you have to do your own thing. You have to become the person that you really want to be.
After 25 years of making music, Triple K has not only defined a sound but built a movement, and none of it would be possible without the fans. Through every beat, every performance, and every song, the fans have been there, supporting, celebrating, and pushing TK to new heights. Now the band has one final message for those who have been part of this journey.
I want to tell my fans is our 25th anniversary is not the end for us. It is just the beginning for us to give all you another 25 years. We're going to try our best to give all you another 25 years. As you can see, Mega Monday is quickly approaching. I will go and see if we can try to do Mega Monday for another 25 years. I don't know if I can still be playing Bouyon music in 25 years again to come, but I can try as long as we can. We're going on this year, our 25th year, which is from last year or this year. We're working with some new agents who have some new ideas for us. So we're going to see how we can revamp the band again, not change up things, but you're going to be seeing a lot of different things, visuals, these interviews like this, and we're going to try to keep more in the public as social media is the in thing now. So we're going to try our best to, to make you, because I think the fans and them want to know like what you're doing today, what you do on a Sunday. So we're going to try our best to try to incorporate that a little more, because that is how we see things are moving now. So we're going to try.
What message I would give them? Thanks for the support, because we have had it's impossible to do 25 years without fans who actually stood by you. We try to show gratitude as much as we can. Also the public, some might not like your music, some might not go to your shows, but they'll give you a word that, oh, I heard that song, I liked it, and everybody is important. So to those fans, we want to say thank you. That's the message we want to really leave on 25 years. Just thanks to the fans, because without them, we would not be a group.
Thank you for staying loyal, and many more years to come.
Well, the fans of Triple K, you know already, the fans of Triple K are very loyal. They never disappoint Triple K. And the advice I would like to give them is, there's the upcoming carnival coming soon. Stay away from violence again, I will say. If you're drinking, drink moderately, don't overdo it. Stay away from the crack and the cocaine and them thing there, and yeah.
Our existence is for you, the fans. It's not just for us, it's a milestone, yes, because without you, there wouldn't have been any TK, any Triple K. Without you, there wouldn't have been a Mr. Benji. Without you, there wouldn't have been that interacting and love connection that we have. Continue to remain true to yourselves. Be humble, be appreciative. Things may not always go the way that you want it to. It's life. At the end of the day, we have to live it. Be respectful, big on respect, be respectful to your peers and others. That's my advice. As to the musicians, to you, my fans, love, remain humble.
A big message with 8 parts. 8 parts of the big message. And that big message is THANKYOU. I want to say thank you to each and every person everywhere around the world, and especially those that started with us, the day ones, the diehards, those that have been there for so many years, pushing us on. Not necessarily coming to us to tell us, good job, but the fact that they at every event, they're telling you you're doing a good job. Those that are there that will buy your music, that will defend you, these people there, I want to say thank you. Those that would help you without you even know they're helping you. These are the people that we really want to show our true appreciation and our true love for you all. And we want to say thank you, because if it wasn't for you all, there would be no Triple K. There would be nothing. Because if you have a band playing commercially and you have no one supporting you commercially, you don't have a band anymore. So throughout our whole career, you'll find right now like some of the people that started with us, they've grown older. They may not come to every event. They may not be able to come at the front like the how they used to come before, because the front now is filled with the younger people and they're more wild. But you still see them at the back. You still see them on social media sharing your content. You still see them supporting the band, you know? And these are the people that we say thank you to. Thank you to each and every one of them, from 1999 up in Loda, our parents and everybody giving us that support and the encouragement from then and all the way to 2024 and now and beyond. Everybody that has ever loved, appreciated, supported, played Triple K music, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks to you for keeping us here for 25 years. And we'll still be thanking you for keeping us here for another 25 years. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We're not going to stop. We still while we work. Continue to support us, continue to love the music. Of course, we welcome your feedback whenever it is given, and we just want to encourage you to stay true to yourself, be authentic, and it will take you places. Trust me on that.
I mean, without the fans, you know, it cannot happen. You know, people travel all over the world to meet you in certain countries just to party with you. Really and truly, it cannot happen without the fans. And my years playing with Triple K for the past 9 years, I would say, I've seen people for that 9 years. And when I would ask a question, like, that person I find, you know, from when they fly to there, they'll tell me, yeah, that person following them from since whenever, and a lot of people. So from me, it's just like really saying thank you for really supporting Triple K, and really and truly, it cannot really happen. It just cannot happen without the fans, you know. So from me personally, I would just like to say thank you.
From humble beginnings to a movement that shaped Bouyon, Triple K's legacy is built on passion, dedication, and the love for music. The journey continues,